Is it a good time to buy a house? Is it a good time to sell? Well, the housing market has a lot of question marks surrounding it right now, but lucky for us, Shannon Hooshmand with Luxe Realty is here to shed some light on what trends are happening in the market and who it can be advantageous for. Shannon, thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, the first question that so many people are probably asking about the market right now, overall, what is going on right now in the housing market?
Yeah, so housing market has slowed down a lot, and that's because interest rates have gone up. So in the beginning of the pandemic, we all thought, like, we're going into lockdown, what's gonna happen? Us realtors were like, oh, what are we gonna do, you know? But interest rates ended up getting lowered. They were in the 3s and even dipped down to the 2%. So the housing market was booming, it was going crazy, and then I think in order to slow that down a little bit, they started raising interest rates back up. So it's definitely slowed down, which is good for our buyers. If they can afford that higher interest rate right now and afford that mortgage payment, I think right now is the best time to get in.
Oh, great. I'm so glad that you mentioned that. Let's get into buying a house right now. So it sounds like now actually might be a good time to consider that.
Definitely. Yeah. So my boyfriend and I are actually going to start looking somewhere between January and March. And I think that that's a sweet spot right now. With the holidays, it's a little bit busier. But interest rates, of course, have gone up. If you can buy right now and afford that mortgage payment, speak with a lender, see what you can afford. I think it is the best time to get in because you're getting homes that, say we're going at 1.35, let's just say, because that was the average in about April in Contra Costa. You're getting that for $1 million right now. And with that, so you're pretty much getting a discount compared to what it was
yes,
before.
compared to what it was.
Right. And so even though your mortgage payment is higher right now, once the interest rates go back down, then you can refi and lower your mortgage payment.
Wonderful. And, you know, let's break down when it comes to interest rates, because a lot of our viewers may not understand when it comes to high interest rates, low, and when they flux.
Yes.
Can you break down to us how the best way is to understand the fluctuating interest rates in the housing market?
Yes. So anytime it comes to mortgage payments, interest rates, I always direct my clients to my preferred lender. His name is John Kay. He works for Cornerstone. He is absolutely amazing. He specializes with first-time home buyers. So he really helps to calm people down, break down the process, and help them to really understand what's going on. So yeah, anytime it's any kind of mortgage payment or interest rate talk, I always direct them right over to John. Like, I specialize in what I specialize in, and he is the best in what he does.
That makes sense. And teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Amen.
Now, when it comes to selling a home, I know you said this is a great time for buyers out there, but what if you're looking to sell your house? Yeah,
so I think if you have to sell, you have to sell. But if you can wait, I would say wait till after the holidays. It's typically a slower time right now. So if you can wait till January, I would say that's probably the best time. And then depending on where you are or what city you live in, you want to look at the homes that have recently sold, what their strategies have been. That way you can come prepared with the best strategies and just get the home in front of as many eyes as possible.
Wonderful. And you said something that is very helpful, especially if you're going to sell a home, is to be prepared.
Yes.
What kind of research do you recommend goes into being prepared if you are trying to sell on the market?
Definitely. Yeah. So I would say you can do your own research as a seller yourself, but that's your realtor's job, so you should leave it in their hands and they can educate you. But I would say getting prepared is just looking at what the market has been in your specific area. Alameda and Contra Costa, there are similarities, but the numbers are still different. So look at your city, your area, and specifically your neighborhood and see what trends have been happening.
And Shannon, what kind of factors affect the housing market overall? What affects interest rates to go up and down? What affects a good time to buy, a good time to sell? Because I know I don't understand that. I'm sure a lot of our viewers don't either.
Yeah. So inflation, as we all know, has been going up as well. And usually interest rates, they'll bring interest rates down in order to pretty much feed the economy through real estate. And right now, because people are still spending so much, they are keeping those interest rates higher. So once America stops spending as much money, I think interest rates will start to come back down.
I'm hoping. We're hoping that that's what's going to go down.
It's hard to stop spending money, but it's usually what happens.
Now, before I let you go, I have to ask, do you have any quick tips for first-time home buyers or sellers and the best way to approach, you know, the housing market?
Definitely, yeah. First-time home buyers or even second, third, whatever it is, always connect with the lender first. I have a lot of clients that just get really excited. They want to start looking, and they find a home they love, and then in. Sometimes it doesn't always work out. So I would say get pre-approved with a lender first, know what your budget is, and that way when you're looking efficiently.
Now, how can people get in touch with you, Shannon, if they want to work with you and do anything with the housing market?
Yeah, definitely. You can either email, text, call. I have social medias, DMs. I mean, there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Live in the Bay. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.